also want to talk about some historically blue areas. He lost Illinois, but he outperformed his 2016 and 2020 performance. He also made inroads in the historically liberal New York City. What does that mean to you?
I think that it's a repudiation of the Democratic Party, its behavior in this process. And what I mean by that is, in retrospect, maybe it wasn't such a great idea, despite Joe Biden's age, to drop the candidate that made it through the primary process in favor of a new candidate who had 90 days to introduce herself to the country. And even that, she was very guarded. And even liberal publications like Axios said that she's the question mark candidate, right? And so in retrospect, maybe, hindsight is 2020 here. And if you're running for the presidency, you have to be able to answer the difficult questions on the difficult issues that matter to the electorate. And that was a weakness for the Harris candidacy, especially in the last 2 to 3 weeks, when the momentum of her being a new face, a fresh face, a female candidate, a multi-ethnic, multicultural candidate, when that momentum ended. And then there was a so what phase. And you really started to start to see polls recalibrating and moving towards Trump in this last 2 to 3 weeks, including our poll, which started with Harris being up by 4 points. And by the day of the election, they were tied with likely voters. And of course, the Republican machine is known for turning out voters the day of the election and getting them to vote. And Trump closed very strong in all the right places and in all the right ways. And so I think that the Democratic Party has to engage with some soul searching. There's a clear picture that's emerging as to why they lost. And hard questions and hard answers have to be asked and considered to make sure that that coalition that made Biden win in 2020, comes back the next time around. Because the next time around, we're in this phase of these one-term presidents and or staggered presidencies in Trump's case. And next time around, it will be a hard-fought election as well. It will be, in some sense, a continuation of Trump on one side of the equation, and there's many Republicans ready to pick up that banner and run with this conservative populism that we're seeing in the country, focused a lot on working class voters and rural voters. And on the other side, the Democratic Party will field new candidates as well, after, you would think, going through a period of soul searching. And so it'll be interesting how the Democrats respond to the strong signals that they received from the electorate in this election, in this presidential election.